In today's video, I'm bringing you an update on DSGT stock, also known as DSG Global, and is the parent company to Imperium Motors. There's been some great news and great research done by a whole load of resources that I'm going to bring to you today. We are waiting for a significant amount of good news, a really good catalyst to kick the share price up a gear, and we'll all just have to remain a little bit patient on that. But there has been some good news sitting on the side streams for you guys to have a look at. If that sounds like something you're interested in, smash that like button, consider subscribing to my channel, and I'll see you on the flip side of the intro. Hey guys, got a couple of sources for us to look into today. Most of it is focused on Imperium Motors, the EV SUV car company side of things, and the electric vehicles, the electric truck and the electric bus that's coming further down the line. But I did skate over to the other side as well and have a look at the electric bike that they are planning to produce, the Rover, and that's got some really good news stories and good things attached to it as well. So let's get into some of the actual analysis and some of the resources and sources of information that I have found. See you in there. So the first thing I wanted to show you guys is the current share price. It is currently 88 cents, which represents to me tremendous value right now. It ticked right on up to $1.34 just in the build up to New Year, and then has since came down to the 88 cents that you see today. There hasn't really been a lot of great news for the company, just a lot of people doing their own bits of research and finding some pretty good stuff, but there's been no bad news either. Obviously there's a few bears kicking about, knocking the company because it is so new and complaining that it's been manipulated, etc, etc. But the long and short of it is, it has found some support at 88 cents a share, which is a whole hell of a lot higher than it was on the 18th of December, which was 32 cents a share. So without further ado, we're going to quickly look on over at the Imperium Motor Company Twitter page. Very new right now. It's got 817 followers for now, but they've promised an overhaul here, but they have announced some pretty good things coming up. You've got the box truck that they're going to be bringing to the market from Skywell EV, and we've got some other continued new arrivals being publicised right there. And then the next thing we're going to look at is the actual car itself, also on Twitter. So Bar Shamir has done a really good job of sharing information about Imperium Motors, so it's well worth checking out his Twitter account. And then you've got Qasim Khan as well, also a big sharer of information. As you can see, this product has arrived in Imperium Motors showroom. It's a tangible product, not like any of these EV companies that are still developing their product or developing a prototype. That is real. That is a legitimate car that you can see, you can go and view, and you can go and sit in as well for as long as you like, and soon you'll be able to, at the experience centre, take it out for a test drive as well. And it looks to me like a really good high quality vehicle, and for this cost that they're going to charge, it is going to significantly undercut all the other electronic vehicles in the sector. A Tesla is going to be twice the cost of this, if not more than that. And then for some people actually seeing the Skywell side of things, it is a legit company. Yes, it is Chinese, got to get that out there straight away, but it has partnered exclusively with Imperium Motors to supply these high quality vehicles to the United States, and Imperium Motors is going to be the facilitator of that. And you can see that the process here that that Imperium Motors would have gone through. It does take some significant investment up front to open a showroom, as you can see here, the experience hall, which is what Imperium Motors has done. And then there's a set process to go through, which Imperium has obviously completed, since they've now had products actually shipped to them, and then they've gone through that process and came out the other side, which is really good to see. And then just having a look at some of those extra products that you've got there, you've got lots of electronic vehicles to choose from the little mini ones, obviously the EV vehicle that you've seen here that I showed you in the video. There's a woman sat in it right there. And then you've got some really fancy photos, actual pictures of products arriving, the Rover bikes arriving in the showroom. This is all really good positive stuff and screams that the company has a lot more value to give than its current 88 cents holding. There's a lot of companies out there, especially special acquisition companies, that have got huge valuation, much higher valuations than this, but yet they still don't have a product. If we have a look at a couple of good news stories as well, you've got the from DSG Global, you've got the on the OTC side of things, sorry, on OTC's website, you can see that they've announced that the EV bus and motorhome division is going to be exclusively done by Skywell. Again, that is the company that's going to be doing the electric vehicle, so that is really good. It's exclusive access, so only Imperium Motors is going to be bringing this product to the American market. And then there's another good news headline there. The continued arrival of vehicles is arriving. They're building their base, they're building their foundations, and they're expecting a very strong 2021 sales launch. In the coming couple of months, we're going to see some really big actions around this company. For now, most of us shareholders just have to be patient and wait. It's a patient man and woman's game at the end of the day. Anybody that was in this and is exiting at the moment is just a trader and was looking to make a quick buck essentially. If you're a long-term investor like I am, you're happy to just sit on this one and keep garnering shares. Anything less than $1 is a bargain in my opinion. And then moving on over to the Rover, the electric bike, I actually really love this product. If I could get my hands on one, I probably would. They are quite expensive, mind, and I'll show you that in a minute. They're $1,800 a throw, so they're not cheap to get hold of, but they do look like fantastic little products. And I've got another little video here of a guy on one that I found on Twitter, and he's really like just zipping around on it, like really good, like robust looking product in my opinion. Like, I don't know, some people might call it a bit gimmicky, but to me it looks pretty cool. And there's far like segways and people riding around on those little wheelie things that you see. They are far less and more gimmicky than that is, to be fair. That to me has real tangible use. And then I went on to the actual website, the company that actually manufactures these guys. They're called Rumble Motors. They actually manufacture, and Imperium Motors, or the subsidiary DSG Global, is going to be able to sell this product, and they've basically sold out everywhere they go. 100 went over to the United States, already pre-sold, and they're going to be taking orders for these. They're $1,350 a throw usually, currently reduced to $1,850. And then they've got some really good pictures of the product there up close, and you can change the battery out super quick. It's a really nice, interesting product, and it's screams undervalued at the current rate that it is, when there's actual products. I know that obviously Imperium Motors isn't going to pocket all the money from this because they're not manufacturing, they're just the facilitator, but that means they don't have the development costs and the development debt of setting up the company in the first place. And they're also interested in doing a whole lot of other things as well. It's not just EV vehicles. This company could become absolutely huge in the coming years. And there we have it, guys. What a fantastic opportunity this company represents to get in very early, almost on the bottom floor. Yes, it's still a penny stock at the moment. They aren't actually, they're taking pre-orders, but they haven't actually got a shipment of the cars over at the moment, but that is coming down the pipeline. They're opening their experience centre. All those good news stories that you've seen there have just been enough to keep the share price sitting at a nice 90 cents a share, which has upticked 200% since December, since mid-December, and it hasn't fell back down to that yet. And there's no real reason for it, unless there's a significant bad news story, for it to do so. Only good news is real good news, as in the experience centre opens, an uptick in pre-orders, everybody's ears are to the ground. watching out for what's coming down the pipeline here. I'm going to bring videos on it as soon as I can as well. I'm watching out, and I'm also buying more shares as well, which is something for you guys to consider. I'm putting my money where my mouth is on this one, and I'm already up at hundreds of shares. I'm hoping to make it over 1,000 before it really starts flying off to the moon, so to speak. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I really appreciate you. If you've stuck around to the end of the video, please consider smashing that like button and subscribing to my channel, and I'll see you in my next investing episode. Catch you there.